I've been the nigga that's been the married dude in the relationship, thinking that that's the man to be. It's not. Because yeah, you getting all of their time, but you getting their time in a very negative way, because it's almost like when you chilling with the girl and she don't like you. You watching TV and she's looking at you and she's like, just don't mess up the couch. You always wasting stuff. And then her friend calls and then she goes, hey girl, how'd you do it? Oh, I love you. Okay. All right. Okay. Call me later. Okay, we gonna get okay, girl. All right, bye. And then back to you, it just changes right back. That means that you ain't the one.
What's up, visionary?
What's good?
Tanya and Lamont, and we hope you are doing well.
As usual.
Yes, we had to hop on here and react to this RayJ dude. And we just want to, quickly discuss why married men, such as RayJ, get negative energy from a woman.
And I can truly say that it does not matter. See, I think too often men think just because they making the money and they may be the provider man in the family, that excuse them from being disrespected, that excuse them for a woman really probably not even liking you but on the duties that you do. She may love you, but when a vibe like this come off where it feel like she don't like you, and that's a whole nother ballgame.
Yeah, there's something else going on. I mean, if a woman is sitting on the couch chilling with you, your wife is that, and her friend calling, she's like, okay, how you doing? I love you. And then hang up and look at you like, get your feet off the couch. Something else is, what's at the root of that?
The root of it is that woman looks at you as you her child.
Mm-hmm.
When a woman has the baby or man, tell a man, clean up, put the stuff up, wash the dishes, stop throwing your clothes all around on the floor. If a woman has to tell a man to get his stuff up, baby or man, teach a man to be responsible, then a woman loses respect for a man. It doesn't matter, like I said, it does not matter if you paying the bills. If you do not know how to be a responsible adult beyond paying the bills in a relationship, especially nowadays when we got two people working in a relationship. So when you got both parties working, even one party's working, if all you do is make the money and you're an irresponsible adult, a woman, you will feel like RayJ.
Yeah, and not only being irresponsible and just like you pay the bills, okay, but you still might have like this attitude, this baby nagging attitude as a man. You might just irritate her. You might irritate that woman. Her friend, on the other hand, they bonding.
Yep. And a friend, we also too gotta realize the friend, all she got to do is be a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my wife, we've been together for 20 years.
Yeah, hold on, baby. Before you get there, though, you don't want to try and play God, though, in your relationship. Yes, we did. You don't want to try and do everything. So be everything in a relationship. Okay, go ahead, baby.
Yeah, but like I said, I forget.
We've been together
20 years. And like I say, at times my wife, she might do that. But that's the only why she would act like that towards me if we get in conflict. When you get in conflict with you and it's fresh, maybe it's unresolved conflict, something y'all didn't really put a seal to it,
mm-hmm.
then naturally she gonna be a little aggravated because y'all still in beef mode.
Right.
Y'all didn't squash the beef, but her friend, they not in beef mode. She's ready to be with her friend. So when you do not know how to properly repair in a relationship, meaning you do something, let's say, and I'm gonna use RayJ because he put it out there, and I did have to go check a couple of videos. I don't really watch his stuff, but I did have to go check a couple of videos out just to get the feel of the man we reacted to.
Mm-hmm.
And as I see, he drinks, he do a lot of cussing, so I can say forget everything else. When you drinking and there's cussing and you cussing, disrespecting and all that stuff, then you open up the door for anything else to happen. You open up the door for the woman really not like you. If God forbid you stop making the money and paying the bills, she really ain't gonna like you. So it's not necessarily your wife or a husband thing. It's even men that if you stand with a woman and that woman got to be your mother, and she becomes your mother because a man becomes irresponsible and all he think he got to do is pay bills, then you would be thinking like RayJ. You would be on here like a lot of these podcast dudes on here making podcasts talking about don't never get married, because them are the men that's a RayJ type man. They are men that more often than not, all they thought they had to do was come inside the relationship, be a provider, man, and neglect every other duty that goes along with the relationship. And you cannot do that. You will lose respect from a woman if she's doing more than what you're doing as far as in the household. Respect ain't necessarily gained by doing something that most men kind of got to do anyway. Mm-hmm. We got to work on, we got to make bills, so you're not going to get respect by doing the basic necessities, some of the things that you're supposed to probably already do anyway. Right. You're not going to get respect like that. Respect comes by going above and beyond what society will say is normal duty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that the whole title of RayJ's little rant was why being a married man is not the man to be. But I think he needs to rename it to why being a married boy, man child, is not the thing to be. Because a married man is doing the things that he's supposed to do. If he's a man.
You can be a boy.
I don't think you can be I don't think you can be a married man if you're not responsible.
And we got a lot of boy childs out. We got a lot of boys who think they men out here. And it normally comes when all you go out here and do is seek to be a provider. You make a little money, but you forget to gain the character. You make a little money, but you're not a responsible adult in other areas. You're not financially responsible. You don't know how to clean up after yourself. You don't know how to cook. You don't know how to clean. You don't know how to wash the dishes or straighten up your area after you cooking. These are normal things. You don't know how to wash your own clothes. Yeah. These are normal things that all men and women should be self-sufficient in. And you shouldn't necessarily rely on your partner just to do it. My wife, she start washing clothes. A lot of times, many times, I go and finish. I get the clothes out. So, and I fold a little bit, but we do everything together. Why? Because I fold.
But he do enough. He put him in the dryer. That's his part. That's all I need you to do.
I'm self-sufficient. I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I know how to wash my clothes. I know how to clean up after myself.
Yes. And I don't have to ask.
Yeah. Both parties need to be self-sufficient in a relationship besides paying bills. That's a responsible adult. 2, if you a man out here, you watch this video, you need to move past being a provider. A provider man is just not a man that makes the money. A true provider man got more areas that he's good in. Mm-hmm. A true provider man got more areas that he know how to cross them T's and dot them I's in.
Yep, and truth be told, that's the reason why a lot of women aren't trying to be in a relationship with men. Because they can make their own money. They can provide for themselves. Yeah. It's the extra things, the other things that's going to really count. The other provider areas.
Yeah. And I see, like I said, I know a lot of things. I seen another video talking about the 6'6". People, they want a 6 feet, 6 figures, and all this. Them women are just, most women, you got ugly women or women that's not attractive like that saying they want 6 figures and all that. They want a man with 6 feet, 6 figures. You got 80-90% of people just throwing it out there just because people are saying it. You know, 6 feet, 6 inches. 6 figures. They don't really mean it. But I don't blame them for saying it, because sometimes you got to put the bar up for people. Because if you keep it low, there's no barrier to entry. So you hear women saying it all the time, but really a woman just want a man to come in and be self-sufficient in more areas more than just finances. Yeah. Or being a provider. And I see men, they act like what you bring to the table. I see y'all putting that out there too. So what a person brings to the table is the same. Both parties now bring the same thing. If you don't want a woman to bring that to the table, then she won't. But if you a self-sufficient man and you want a self-sufficient woman who can stand on her own, then you ain't gonna have no problems. You gonna keep the respect. Well, if you get a self-sufficient man or a self-sufficient woman that can stand on her own, then you gonna keep that respect in that relationship. The respect dies when you're not a self-sufficient man and you become a one-trick pony.
Yeah. And to get back
and
to
don't be consistent with it, because you can be a consistent woman.
just to hop back to the RayJ video real quick. At the end, I believe he said that if the girl's doing this, then you're not the one. That ain't what that means. It just means you aggravating her. You ain't doing something right.
You being a baby.
You know, yeah, you being a baby. So no.
That don't mean
youngins. If you watching these
people
famous
like
people, period, giving you this bad advice or telling you these bad things, trust us. We've been in it for 20 years. Still going, still striving. It's the provider part.
It's the provider part that men get stuck on. You gotta be more than just a provider man.
Yeah.
You like I said, you better be a provider man and be a self-sufficient man that a woman does not have to tell you to cook and clean.
Yeah.
That you actually contribute to the household besides just dropping off the check. And you don't even, and most men, some provider men, you got a lot of them that all they do, they don't even know where the money going. They don't even know if the woman actually paid the bills. So you can't just be a provider man. Provider man, that's the first part. Check. Now we got to keep habit stacking on becoming a man. You got it. It takes more than just to make a check to become a man. And I had to tell my son, my youngest son, that he's 19 years out here. I had to keep telling him, just because you make money, don't make you a man. He's 19, making money. He's making that. He think he good. He think it, but he know he's not a man, because it's like as you start getting older and older, you see there's more barriers to cross. So if you stuck at, he's 19 years old making, I think what he make, like $17, $18 now, and that's what a lot of people making out here now, $18, $20 now. So if he take what his manhood at 19 years old and ride with this, he won't be a man. He will stay in boyhood. Men, we got to be more than providers. We must be leaders, and a leader leads in more than just finances. A leader, if man want to be the leader, he got to lead in just about, he should know how to do every area that he wants the woman to do. He should be efficient in every area that he wants the woman to be efficient. He wants the woman to cook and clean, he better know how to cook and clean. If he don't, then he can't expect the woman to be more than he is. Sometimes we can't expect somebody. Our partner can come in and replace, help us out, do things that we don't have. But ultimately, we gotta know how to do the same thing we ask somebody else to be efficient in. So you want a woman that cook and clean and be a housewife, you better know how to cook and clean and be a house husband, because sometimes the shoe will change. And you can't provide as much as you want to. And then where do you go then? Then you come around, you can be an efficient man at home. You might not be making as much as the woman, but if you're an efficient man at home in every other area of life, a woman still gonna respect you. A woman still, she lose respect because you're not making the money, but now you're not even doing nothing at home. That's when the respect get lost, because you become so codependent. I can't provide, I ain't making as much money, all this. Be a self-sufficient man in more areas than being a provider. That's what becoming a man. And be emotionally intelligent in more areas than just with your homeboys.
Yeah. And this has been another one.
Stop listening to these boo-boos and foo-boos on
Yes,
here, man.
please.
Especially celebrities. I think celebrities are one of the most crazy people to get information from.
Yeah, celebrities got something to prove. Like RayJ. Like from what I heard, he throwing his wife in the pool and all this stuff. That's because he knows it's gonna be on TV. Yeah. He don't want to feel like he just, he want to feel like he this hard man.
Yeah, and not just something to prove. Just most of these things they do it for relation. When you get a little money, like celebrities and stuff, when you get money, you don't value relationships like that. You just don't. That's why you see all these people, they divorce and they doing this and all this, because they celebrities. you can't look at their relationships and not you based it off normal people like us.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You will be messed up. You try to live it. That's how we got so many people because y'all want to live like the rich people and you broke. You want to have your relationship is toxic and all this, like somebody with money who can switch up and got all these options. But most people don't got all these options like they think they get. That's why we got a lonely epidemic out here. That's why we got singles events with women and nobody's there. Why? Because people don't got all these options they think they get.
Yeah.
So become a man of value. Become a man of more than just a provider man. Become a man of character. Become a man who's self-sufficient in every area that needs to be self-sufficient in that you want the woman to do.
Yep. And choose good counsel. See you on the next one.
See you on the next one.